Magandang hapon po mga kapamilya. We welcome you once again to the live streaming of the Premier Volleyball League. This is the Reinforced Conference and we are going now to our second game for today. It's going to be the Tacloban Fighting Warays against the Navy-Lady Oragons. Once again, earlier, if you guys weren't able to tune in, the Angels winning over the Lady Warriors in our first game today. Pareho na po silang 3-3 sa ating standings na sisilipin natin mamaya. But you guys are watching us on live streaming once again at sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. Once again, this is our game for today. Second one, Tacloban Fighting Warays against the Navy-Lady Oragons. Both teams currently in a losing streak. And by the way, you guys are also catching us on PremierVolleyballLeague.com. This is Martin Javier at your service this evening. Gabi na pala. There you go. And with my partner, we welcome to the SNA family, formerly, I wouldn't say former though, Ateneo Lady Eagle, Miss Bea De Leon. Bea, we're very excited to welcome you here in our panel. And I'm sure you're also excited to be covering for the first time.
Yes, hi Martin. As you guys know, it's my first time. I'm very, very excited to be here. But I think as you can hear from my voice, I'm very nervous.
Yep.
So please walk me through this whole thing. But it's we're up for an exciting game. As you said, both teams are coming from a loss, and
That's
actually a 3-0 loss. No, so actually I'm sure both these teams are very, very eager for a win today.
All right, Bea, before we begin here, let me ask you first, game, ready ka na ba?
I think so.
All right, mga kapamilya, tara, game! And we're back to our coverage here inside the Phil Oil Flying V Center for the Reinforced Conference of the Premier Volleyball League. And as we talk about both teams here, let's take a look at first our updated team standings. And this is basing on the result of earlier's game, the Angels winning over the Air Force Lady Warriors, making things interesting right there in the middle of the standings as we wind down the elimination round. Pero 6 na team po ang mag-a-advance sa quarterfinals, kaya importante na ang lahat ng laro moving on or from here on forward here in the Premier Volleyball League. Bea, right now these two teams, the Tacloban Fighting Warays, are in a very dangerous position.
Yes, actually, as we see, they're the 6th team.
Yes.
No? So this is very crucial for them to be able to secure a spot going to the next round of the conference. Para, as we see, Perlas is also hanging there. Baka mamaya kumakatok lang to sa pintuan no?
Sila, tas yung Navy-Lady Oragons naman losing 3 straight games here in the season. Hindi pa nila na-follow up yung opening win nila against the Bali Purest Water Defenders of NU. Pero yan ang storya natin ngayon. Tacloban Fighting Warays fighting for that quarterfinal spot. Navy-Lady Oragons naman, they want to get out of their bottom position right now. But Bea, we talked about the previous games for both teams. Nabanggit mo na kanina na parehong kupunan galing sa sweep na pagkatalo. Of course, the Tacloban Fighting Warays losing against the Cool Smashers, right?
Yes,
and of course, the Navy-Lady Oragons against the Angels. But right now, let's get to know more about the Navy-Lady Oragons. Let's watch this.
The Lady Oragons are back in the PVL. And this time, mas matapang silang haharap sa hamon ng Reinforced Conference. Mangunguna para sa team ng Iriga ang proud Bicolania na si Grace Bombita.
For now po, we're all excited po kasi nga madami talagang teams na sobrang malalakas. So kailangan paghandaan. Well, lagi naman po sinasabi ni Coach Ege is yung sa depensa talaga namin, kailangan pa namin palakasin. Kasi yung sa opensa, okay na po, medyo okay na po. So talaga yung sa depensa na lang talaga kailangan ipagtrabahuan namin. Sobrang sarap sa feeling, saka sobrang saya na maibabalik po namin yung legacy po na pag sinabing Bicolano, talagang Oragon, palaban.
Magkakatuwang ni Grace sa kanilang kampanya this season ang solid lineup ng Philippine Navy under the mentorship of Coach Edgardo Rusit.
Inaasahan talaga namin yung mga kagaya ng mga seniors namin sa Navy na makapag-adjust para matulungan din nila yung mga bagong tiga-Iriga para kahit paano smooth lang yung magiging laro namin pagka nagtulungan sila.
Pasok din sa roster ng Iriga ang seasoned volleyball player mula Northern Iowa na si Macy Ubin. Macy has played in different leagues internationally at handa na siyang tulungan ang Iriga-Navy Lady Oragons na umangat sa liga.
I'm usually more quiet but very intense. I hate losing, so I'm very competitive and I just try to find every single thing I can do to make us successful.
Kaya naman this conference, the Lady Oragons are out to prove themselves dito sa Premier Volleyball League.
Let's rock.
That's a Navy Lady Oragons again at the bottom of the standings right now at 1-3. Pero before natin sila pag-usapan naman natin yung makakalaban nila, ang Tacloban Fighting Warays, coming off their previous game against the Cool Smashers. Nahirapan sila dyan. We thought that they actually had a chance in set number 2 and in set number 3. But the thing is, they weren't able to close out against the Cool Smashers.
Yes, actually, as we see nga, it was a very close game. But parang di pa rin naging enough, no? Sobrang sayang, 27-25, 26-24. But unfortunately, the Creamline was too strong for them, no? With Eliza and Dao as their main scorers.
Tama, nahirapan sila doon. Eliza Valdez, of course, exploding for 22 points, including 8 service aces. Bea, I'm pretty sure you're very familiar of the service of Eliza Valdez.
Yeah.
Very hard to stop,
Very,
right?
very hard. It's a floating serve kasi, so it just goes down. Those are the harder ones to receive, yeah.
That's right, and that's been the problem for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. Their first ball the entire game. But Coach Nes Pamilar was actually looking for a bright spot. Her other Thai import in particular, Fast Sangpan, as you guys can see on your screens. Previously, in their first 3 or 4 games, isang beses lang siya pumuntos in double figures. But that game, she reached 10 points, including doing things on the defensive end.
Yes, actually. But what we noticed also, actually, both the imports are the only ones that scored. Oh, sorry, there was Prado. Buta na lang. But yeah, they relied heavily on their imports. So as we see, 15-10 for both of the imports. But as we see pa rin, ang laki pa rin ng layo ni Eliza with 22 and Dao at 16. Where Jack Amporn has 15 and Sangpan has 10, yeah.
That's right. Sangpan scoring 10 points, but unfortunately, I think she will not be in action for the Tacloban Fighting Warays this evening. Ang papalit sa kanya, ang veterano na si Pachari Sangmuang, also from Thailand, a long-time member of the national team who has been in the Philippines for a long time as well. Nabanggit sa atin kanina ni Coach
Yeah,
Nes.
8 years daw, no?
8 years, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard she also learned how to speak Filipino a bit.
That's
yeah.
right.
Interesting, yeah.
So the communication won't be a problem for her. Mas madali niya makakausap yung mga teammates niya.
Yeah,
So
and it's very good also to have a veteran national team pa.
yes, and she's been playing for a long time already. Let's see how she will coexist with the Tacloban Fighting Warays. Again, that's Pachari Sangmuang, the new addition of this Fighting Warays team. And now let's go to the other side. Pag-usapan natin ang Navy Lady Oragons against the Angels who played earlier. They lost also that game in 3 straight sets, but again, they kept it close at least in the first 2 sets. Naging extended set pa yung set number 2
Yeah,
natin.
30-28.
30 to taas nun, di ba?
Championship yun.
Pero it seems like they fell apart nung
Yeah.
third set, 25-13 domination by the Angels.
Yeah, this showed very good composure actually by the Angels, 25-13. As we see also, we need more local support
That's
siguro for the Lady Oragons. As we see, si Serafica actually led their local players with 3 points as a setter, and she's accounted for all 20 of her side's running sets.
That's right, 3 points po ang pinakamaraming pinuntos ng local players para dito sa Navy Lady Oragons. They had 3 players scoring 3 points, and one of them, of course, is their veteran setter, Janet Serafica, former Lady Falcon, but also distributing the ball very well as well. But the scoring load was with their 2 imports, 17 and 14 for Macy Euben and Lauren White in that particular game. Now, how important is it for Janet to get her other teammates involved, at least going into this game?
Very, very important kasi as we know, as setter, medyo sila yung mind sa game eh. So, they really get the team going, especially your spikers, obviously. Pagka nabibigyan na ng confidence, hopefully, pag nakakapuntos.
Yun no? Kumpiyansa.
Yeah. Yun, very, very key yun. Very, very important yun sa laro.
All right. We're very excited to pick your mind here in this particular game. So, tweet us, please, at ABS-CBN Sports and use our official hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN. And you guys can see on your screens right now our other official hashtag, AskBDL on PVL. Again, this is her debut here in the broadcast world. So, aabangan po natin yan. And of course, you guys can check out exclusive photos, videos, also at ABS-CBN Sports on Instagram. And please visit us at premiervolleyballleague.com. And also like us on Facebook, Premier Volleyball League, and visit the #1 sports website in the country, sports.abs-cbn.com. Live streaming po tayo ngayon at sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. Also, another feature that we are actually introducing dito sa ating reinforced conference ay yung hashtag StarCamp. There you go. You guys can also see it on your screens. StarCamp meaning pwedeng mag-request yung mga fans kung sino yung gusto nilang i-focus na mga players for an entire game, an entire set. Kayo po ang in control dyan, yung mga fans dito ng Premier Volleyball League. So tweet us at hashtag StarCamp. But right now, let's turn it over to our Coliseum announcer for the team presentations.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Rene Gaspilio. Second referee, Mr. Erlindo Eusebio. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Tacloban Fighting Warays. Team captain is number 18, Jovelyn Prado. At number 2, Mary Ann Esguera. Wearing jersey number 4, Heather Ann Ginoo. At number 11, foreign guest player from Thailand, Yapa Amporn. At number 12, Kyle Ann Negrito. Number 19 is foreign guest player from Thailand, Pachari Sangmuang. Libero, number 15, Bangladesh, Pantalyon. Head coach, Mr. Ernesto Pamilar. Presenting our Philippine Navy Iriga-Lady Oragons. Team captain is number 7, Graziel Bombita. Number 5 is Seaman First Class Janet Serafica. Number 6, Angela Kim. Number 9, Seaman Second Class Ezime Acuna. Number 12, foreign guest player from the USA, Macy Uben. Number 13, foreign guest player from the USA, Lauren White. Libero, number 15, Seaman Second Class, Mary Jane Tikar. Head coach, Petty Officer 3, Edgardo Rusic. This is match number 22.
All right, back here inside Phil Oil Flying V Center as we meet, of course, the starting units for both squads. The Tacloban Fighting Warays being bannered, of course, by their 2 imports, Jack Amporn, and their newest addition here, Pachari Sangmuang. Sa kabila naman, of course, the high-scoring duo ni Macy Euben and Lauren White. and ng ating mga starting unit to begin this game. Second game for today right here inside the Phil Oil Flying V Center. This is the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. You guys are tuned in via live stream at sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL, and entering set number 1 here, Martin Javier with Bea De Leon making her debut here on SNA. Bea, congratulations by the way first on graduating last Saturday.
Thank you
Wow.
very much. Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel though?
Surreal actually. Nung nandun ako, parang hindi ko pa nararamdaman na tapos na pala.
Natapos na.
Yeah.
Pero di ba, parang ang laki nung na-unload sa'yo after you graduated.
Yeah. Wala kaya kang iniisip na requirements.
Oo, di ba?
I think that's the best part, yeah.
You're very relaxed right now. But, question here, how is the off-season for you so far? How is the off-season for you so far? Siyempre, pagkatapos ng UAP season, pagkatapos ng everyday training nyo, ano ka agad yung naging priority mo na gawin? Is it rest? Is it vacation?
The first thing I did was sleep the whole day, actually.
Entire day?
Yeah, medyo sumasakit na nga yung ulo. No, pero yeah, it's sobrang sarap na makapagpahinga rin. And, you know, I've been seeing my friends, my family a lot. And, you know, as an athlete, you always have to sacrifice so much of that time. So, I'm having a lot of fun now, just resting and using my time to spend with other people. Yeah.
At any plans on the immediate future for you, like
for
trips?
now, travel lang siguro. Hopefully with my family. Yeah, we've been planning a trip for so long, but we couldn't do it recently. Yeah, so
with the season.
Oo nga. So sana soon. Yeah.
Wow, there you go. Congratulations, by the way, on surviving 4 years as a student athlete. That's very tough. Okay, we have a first question here from Twitter. What is your favorite food according to Ann Morate?
Oh, that's a tough question.
There's a lot, no?
Yeah, you know, food's the best. Pero siguro if I were to choose,
yes,
I would love right now actually some ginataang adobo. Do you know that?
Ginataang adobo.
Yeah. It's my favorite.
Okay.
My kuya makes the best actually.
Ginataang, wow, okay. I haven't actually tasted that. Yung adobo na may gata.
Masarap. Adobong may gata tapos medyo manghang.
Wow, okay.
I love spicy food.
So I hope that definitely answers Ann Morate's question. Where's ginataang adobo? That's your favorite food. First of Bea De Leon, but 5-1 start so far here. Second question here. Okay. If pwedeng kahit ilang taon daw sa UAAP na pwede kang maglaro, how long would you like to play?
That's a hard question.
Forever?
Sana actually, you know, UAAP is a different feeling talaga. Okay. I'm sure everyone who's been there would love to just have, get to play again. Yeah.
I'm sure right now you miss all the action. Pretty sure also you'd rather be there on the court playing, right? I don't know. I'm sure you're enjoying your rest. But how does it feel so far being on the other side of the coverage this time around?
Well, as you said, I think I'd rather be playing. I'm more nervous here. Yeah.
But, you know, we see you in the coverage being a vocal leader on and off the floor. So, I'm pretty sure you'll do well here in your debut.
Sana.
Yeah. So far, so good. Ito naman, si Ann uli. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa mga gusto rin maging volleyball player?
Work hard.
Work hard?
That's key to anything, actually. Any sport, anything in life. Just to work hard talaga.
Just persistence.
Yeah, discipline is key.
Of course, you've had that, especially as a student athlete. You know, you've had to balance your academics and your training schedules. Mahirap nun.
You adjust, actually. Masasanay ka. Mas mahirap pa nga minsan matanggal sa routine.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So you get used to the routine. Minsan hinahanap-hanap mo na rin yung ganong
Yeah,
schedule.
actually, yeah. Because it makes you feel very productive. So masarap rin sa feeling at the end of the day.
So there you go. Couple of questions answered here by Bea De Leon. Continue tweeting us, of course, at PVL on ABS-CBN. And ask BDL on PVL. In the meantime, let's go back to the game here. The Lady Oragons with a great start here, and they continue that with another point. They have the 3-point lead. Right now, this is a better start, an encouraging start for the Navy Lady Oragons. Kayo ba noon, you guys have lost consecutive games You've experienced that throughout your career. How do you recover from those consecutive losses? What kind of mindset do you have going into the next games?
The eagerness lang talaga to win. Like what Yuben said kanina in the interview. She's very competitive. She really wants to win and hates losing. So
Yes.
that's a very good mindset to come into any game actually. Yeah, coming from back-to-back losses is the eagerness talaga.
That's the fire by every athlete, of course, as we head to our first technical timeout here. 3-point lead for the Lady Oragons. Okay, balik tayo dito sa loob ng Phil Oil Flying V Center. Muli, our broadcast panel for today, Martin Javier and the debuting Bea De Leon, doing her first game on the other side of the coverage this time around, but she's doing very well so far, so please keep on asking those questions. This is your chance to pick her brain. I'm very excited on how you're gonna pick or how you're gonna analyze, of course, the plays here. The Oragons up by 3 points. Lamang sila ng 3 ngayon. Alam naman natin, itong Tacloban Fighting Warays, meron ding fighting spirit niyang upunan na yan because it's an ensemble of mga players ng Arellano, a champion team, UE, FEU, to go along with their 2 legendary imports pa in Jack Amporn and now Pachari Sangwang.
Yes, yeah.
And right off the timeout, they actually score a point. Tikar pops it up. Serafika. Pupuntahan si White off the blockers. That's a
Ganda ng
better
block.
coverage, yeah.
Ganda ng block, sarado. That's really number 1 key to a good block. Yeah.
Yung close out.
Yes. Number 1 utos yun. Kasi pagkabutas yung gitna, lulusot eh. So
Lulusot.
magiging 3 yung butas niya.
Ayun nga, the Tacloban Fighting Warays actually did a great job against the Cruise Masters in blocking. Dario's second consecutive kill block for the Fighting Warays. 3 straight points right after our first technical timeout to tie things up here. Marian Esguera serving now, straight to Tikar. Serafika. Macy Euben straight to the net. Medyo mababa yung bigay dun ni
Medyo mababa.
Serafika.
True. Pero as you see, Tacloban was ready for a triple block.
So better coverage we're seeing here. Of course, Pachari Sangwang also natural position yan, middle blocker din. Dahil yun din yung pinalitan niya. As they score a service ace, it's Guerra doing a great job at the service line right now. 10-8, turning things around. Wow, 5 straight points
Yeah,
para sa
bilis nun.
para sa Fighting Warays. But Bea, ito, you've played a lot in the middle for Ateneo. And you've faced tall players that also hit hard. But
Yes.
how tough is it to face Lauren White at about 6'1", Macy Euben at about 6'2". Hindi lang sila malakas pumalo, mataas din sila tumalon.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hard parts eh. Mataas nila tumalon, tas ang hahaba nila. So matataas yung reach eh. Mas maganda umanggulo dun pag spike eh. Mahirap i-block, napakahirap kasi ibabaw sila ng bola.
But you've faced, the tallest player in the league numerous times. In the UAP at least, si Jaja Santiago.
Oh yeah. Nako, iba pa yun. Iba rin talaga si Jaja. Power rin, tapos ang ganda ng mga angulo niya lagi.
Graceful din.
Yeah.
Yung pag-hit niya sa bola.
Saka mabilis.
Mabilis. Oh, hirap ang pigilan nun. Action continues here. Euben will try again with the off-speed hit. Macy
Veteran move
Euben.
yun. Veteran move yun pag-drop. Bigla.
Ibiglaing drop.
Tsaka ang maganda dun pagka natatago mo talaga. Yung mukhang spike, tas biglang mag-drop.
And that came also in a very fast rally. Ito natin yun.
Yeah, when
Salutan
all
yun.
defenders are ready for a spike.
And then Euben went for the drop ball there. 11-9. The Oragons finally breaking the dry spell. 6 straight points scored, by the way, by Tacloban Fighting Warays. Jello Kim could not get to the ball. So a broken play won by the Tacloban Fighting Warays, extending their lead to 3 points here. First set pa lang po tayo. Tacloban Fighting Warays at 2-3 right now in the standings. Navy Lady Oragons at 1-3. That goes out for Jello Kim. So pag down kayo, naunahan na kayo, you were leading early in the set. I'm sure that happens during the game.
Yeah.
How do you refocus yourself? Or what do you tell to your teammates para makapag-focus kayo ulit, makuha nyo ulit yung laro niyo?
Ang important dito dapat talaga hindi kayo marattle. Dito talaga yung ine-emphasize nila yung one at a time, 1 point at a time.
Tignan natin kung anong tingin dito ni Coach Ega Ruset. Alright, previous game here for the Tacloban Fighting Warays and the Cool Smashers. Cool Smashers, of course, winning that one in 3 straight sets. And we're seeing why. Complete domination here by the Cool Smashers.
Yes, actually, as we see, mas marami yung blocks ng Tacloban. Pero if you put it together, malaki pa rin talaga yung naging lamang ng Cool Smashers in terms of spikes and aces.
And ngayon nga, yung blocking din yung ginagamit dito ng Fighting Warays to take over this game. They're now up by 5 points after being down by as many as 3. Lauren White with a push. Negrito back set on Porn with a strong hit. Saved by Euben. Lauren White. Angle hit for Lauren White there. And that's the power of Lauren White, who had 14 points in their previous game.
Ganda nung angle na yan, no? Very cross.
Cross-court hit yung pinalo din ni Lauren White. Great setup job rin para dito kay Janet Serafica as they score a service ace here. Courtesy of their setter, Janet Serafica. Now, you mentioned the production ng local players. Serafica doing something about that early here.
Yeah, service very important.
Especially against the Fighting Warays na naging problema yung first ball against the Cool Smashers.
Yeah, kumbaga unang unang atake, unang form ng atake.
Kaya rin nawawala yung laro minsan. Pag hindi ka nakakakuha ng first ball, hindi mo ma-set up ng maayos yung mga play nyo.
Oo, mahirap yun pagka break ball na.
Here's White with a push. Dinoo could not get to the ball. Lauren White with a point there. This Lauren White from George Washington University serving. Negrito goes to Prado. Serafica. Bombita, the veteran, sends it across. Negrito pupuntahan si Ginoo. Went for the drop there. Oh, recovered by the Lady Oragons. Negrito, the running hit for Amporn. Saved by Tikar. Free ball for the Fighting Warays. Negrito. Prado goes for the drop ball. Saved again by the Lady Oragons. Play continues here. Long rally for both teams. Lauren White from the back row. Still doesn't work. Amporn, Ginoo. Oh, it ends with an error.
Ganda naman ng lari na yun. Napakaganda nun.
And it ended with that error from the Lady Oragons. Second technical timeout here. Fighting Warays up by 4. Balik tayo dito sa PVL Flying V Center coming off the second technical timeout. The Fighting Warays up by 4 here in set number 1, 16-12. Martin Javier with Bea de Leon doing the coverage here in the second game, and you've played with this girl.
Yes.
Of course, you've had, you know how strong she is.
Oh yeah, she also knows how to hit the very hard angles. Napakahirap depensahan and napakahirap i-block actually.
At 8 points nga siya sa kanilang huling laro against the Cool Smashers, despite playing or not playing rather the previous game because she attended, of course, personal matters. So a great comeback game para dito kay Heather Ginoo to really bolster the scoring here for the Tacloban Fighting Warays.
Oh, I'm on the cam.
Yeah, you're on
Hello.
Star Cam, Bea. There you go, Bea de Leon. Pwede po kahit buong laro na kay Bea lang.
Kaso nasa likod ko naman.
Oh my. From
Wow.
time to time, pwede ka rin humarap.
Ganda, did you see that play?
Yeah, that was a very strong hit coming from the Lady Oragons. That's a better play for them.
Oh yeah, napakabilis yun eh. It'll confuse talaga your blockers.
Hindi nakaset up dun yung Fighting Warays. Despite the excellent blocking here in set number 1.
Ouch!
Yun yung mga momentum breaker.
Yeah, yun yung mga masakit. Medyo mahirap dalhin yun kasi ang ganda ng huling play eh. Tapos masisira ba yan error?
You've faced, gaano ka frustrating yun, lalo na you're down big here. Ano frustrating yun?
Very,
Kukuha kayo ng
very
momentum.
frustrating. Like you said nga, kukuha kami ng momentum, tapos masisira. So parang sayang yun eh, kasi naghahabol kayo eh. Especially now, 5-point lead sila.
Let's see how they will recover here. Patsari sends it across. White from the back row. Euben puts it down there.
You really see her aggressiveness eh, no? Like what she said nga in her interview. You can see her focus eh.
Competitiveness nito ni Macy Euben. Of course, one of the best scorers here in the league. She had 17 markers in their previous game against the Angels. Looking to stay alive here in set number 1. Prado. Serafica sets up White from the back row. Doesn't work. Here's Patsari Sangwang. Oh! That was her shoulder saving the ball there. Serafica. Balik dito kay Euben. Play continues. Another long rally for both teams. Bombita will try. Nice save there by Ginoo. White pops it up. Serafica. Hes Acuna finally ends the rally.
Did you see the defense of White there? Ganda kasi ang layo niya na sa bola pero nadala niya pa rin sa gitna, which made the setter's job easier to set up a play.
That's right, and that's also coming from 2 powerful hits ng Fighting Warays. So excellent defense shown there by Lauren White. This is Macy Euben, Negrito, Sangwang, sends it across.
I think combination plays are working for both teams and nalilito yung mga blocker eh.
Right now, it's a 4-point lead by the Fighting Warays. Lady Oragons desperately trying to find a run here in set number 1. This is Jovi Prado, the captain, serving. Euben, powerful strike, saved. Negrito, pupuntahan si Sangwang. Wala, Tekar, Serafica goes for the dump.
Yun, very confusing yun kasi ang ganda nung bigay eh, pero dinrap niya pa yun.
I'm sure you're seeing shades of your teammates there, yeah? Gian Brado and
yes, very
Tina
much,
Wong.
actually. Favorite yan ni Gian, napakagaling.
Going for the 1-2, syempre. Bombita, nice serve. Negrito, siya naman ang sumubok ng 1-2, but it doesn't work. Negrito, back to Sangwang here. And she scores for the Fighting Warays, 20-60 now for the Tacloban. This is also a familiar face for you, Judith Abel.
Yeah. My memory of her is the blooper of the coach of UAL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when coach kept saying, si Juliet. That was so funny.
Judith Abel, of course, such a positive energy in the UAP, always smiling.
And such power coming from such a small frame.
That's right. As she scores the service ace there. Right on cue, Bea.
Yeah, gandang hugot nun.
And of course, pinasok pa dito for serving purposes by Coach Nes Pamilar.
It's actually one of the hardest jobs.
Yung papasok ka?
Oh, to be a service specialist.
Kasi you're cold off the bench.
This pressure's on you.
That's right.
In your head, it's really, I have to get this in.
That's right. Yun yung hindi rin nakikita nung siguro ibang manonood. Because it's very hard to just come in the game. All eyes are on you. Just to serve. And you're expected to serve well.
Oh yeah. Kailangan pumasok. Kasi usually ginagawa yan pag puso rin eh.
Yun, oo.
Kasi very limited yung subs eh, diba? So you can't do it all the time.
That's the role right now of Judith Abel. As we continue our coverage here, 4-point lead for the Fighting Warays. Amporn tries, doesn't work. Serafica, White. Abel keeps it alive. Here's Amporn. Cross-court hit for Jack Amporn.
Ganda nung power.
And that's coming from
That's very common with Thai players. No? Grabe talaga their power.
iba yung ano ba? Pectus nung palo nila sa bola. We're seeing that in Jack Amporn and Tao Ping of the Two Smashers.
Mababa yung set dun sa quick.
Timeout on the floor here. Fighting Warays up by 6 points, 23-17. All right, previous game this time for the Navy Lady Oragons. We can see them, or they here in the graphic. They lead in spikes, but they got lost in the service aces. They gave that to the Angels 8-3.
Yes, actually very close yung stats. So.
And of course, ang sumakit din dyan para dito sa Navy Lady Oragons ay yung kanilang errors because they had 31 errors in
That's
that
a lot
game.
for 3 sets, definitely.
And that's actually the biggest reason why they lost that game, 31 compared to 19 committed by the Angels.
Errors can really kill you in a game.
But how, because they only had 1 month, I think a month or a month and a half to prepare. How difficult is it to have a limited time of preparation tapos sasaba ka agad sa liga?
Very,
under the
very
spotlight.
hard yun kasi napaka-competitive ng league natin as we see it. And the month of preparation, very short yun to establish chemistry with the teammates, especially with imports, you know, communication, kailangan on point yun.
It's twice as difficult here in the PVL because you have 2 imports on this team, AC Euban, Lauren White. They need to develop a chemistry, of course, with the local players. Amporn, Tikar, back set. They go to Euban, running hit, doesn't work. Negrito, back set. Amporn naman ang susubok. Oh, but it went wide, Bea.
Ay, akala ko inside. It was such a nice angle. Ang nipis nun eh, from the antenna, tas sa kamay ng blockers. Ang hirap gawin nun.
But that time, she actually tried to go down the line pero napasobra sa gilid yung spike niya. 23-19. Amporn goes to the middle.
Wow. Ganda ng timing na yun. Solid hit. Yun yung sobrang ganda eh, pag nakuha mo talaga yung connection sa setter tsaka si spike eh.
And we're seeing that connection here so far. Negrito and palagi niyang pinupuntahan dito. Kanilang leading scorer syempre si Jack Amporn. They're now at set point, looking to take set number 1. Euban. Back to Euban here. Diretso kay Sangwang. Negrito. Off speed by Ginoo. Back set, Lauren White will try to push, and that will work for Lauren White. That's a good attempt there from Lauren White. Iniwasan yung defenders.
Yung blockers din na iwasan niya.
That's why they were able to score a point. Setter ngayon ng Lady Oragons, si Shaira Cabriano on the floor. And that's it for set number 1. Fighting Warays taking the lead in this game, winning it 25-20. We'll return for set number 2 and of course stats and highlights of set number 1.